So I think that a lot of us, when we hear the word consent, we can go a couple of different places. One, we can feel like we already know about that because we are oversimplifying it. We're imagining it's being able to tell if someone does or does not want to have sex with you. It goes way deeper than that, folks. And or we can also think that it pertains to some sort of a report card or some sort of a shame-based education or some sort of a rigid, maybe like a rigid kind of dry, boring framework. Like it's gonna, like bringing consent into our lives is going to give us more red tape internally to work around, or more noise to consider, more anxiety. And I have to say it's quite the opposite. So for me, like I said, it's quite the opposite. Learning about consent has actually given me a lot of structure to work with, and in that way has made a lot of my interactions more restful, less anxious, because I have some kind of framework to lean on where I can build a request, and I'm not inventing the language and I'm not inventing the structure. And I can build a request verbally, I can build a request with touch and eye contact, and I can build a request in the way that I conduct myself in a room. And those requests can be about things that I need or things that I want from others. You probably guessed it, but the last word of that video was others. Things I want from others. And it can also build offers. I can build things I want to give, things I want to provide. I can make suggestions of things that I am happy to offer up. And then I can see how that other responds to that. And inside of all of this, there's a lot of rest that has come from just having some clarity around what I'm doing when I want or need something from someone, or what I'm doing when I deeply want to give something. I'm having a lot of trouble making this video, but I think that this last part is important. So I've talked about restfulness briefly. I've talked about reducing anxiety briefly, because I experienced both of those shifts from this work. And while it's really beautiful to have less anxiety around making requests and less anxiety around receiving requests from others or anticipating receiving a request from another, I think the most exciting thing that I've actually gotten from this work was something I didn't anticipate at all, which is like food for creativity. So even though this work has really an incredible capacity to reduce the pain and the harm and the confusion and breaches of trust, and it has a capacity to do more than just increase our safety. It has a capacity to increase our appetite for communication, for sex, for our work environments, because it helps. Well, I won't speak universally. For me, it just helped me diversify my own understanding of my desires and specify. And in that diversity and specificity, I had a lot more options than I knew I did. I had a lot more room to explore. So I hope that you'll consider it, not just for its healing properties, but also for its generative properties. And yeah, thank you, Mia.